Hello everyone, Sidekicks here, and welcome to an episode of American Truck Simulator. We are currently in Kennewick, Washington, where we are about to pick up a load of dynamite and transport it to a quarry. It is all part of my current quest to do a Steam achievement, which is the one that says you've visited all cities in the state of Washington. I have 7 cities to go. 6 of them are pretty much lined up in a perfect route. The last one, which is Aberdeen, is some ways off our endpoint. But I've plotted out some different options to go there, so let's see how it all goes. Well, let's get this bad boy started up. I'm in the Freightliner Cascadia. Remove the parking brake there. Check to see if anything is coming over there.
And then turn left.
Alright, that could have gone better, especially since I'm supposed to go the other direction.
Finding a new route.
Alright, just go with the alternate route then. Yeah, so I'm thinking of doing a, well, my series on American Truck Simulator is basically, if I could talk today, is basically going to be based on trying to do some Steve achievements here. And also, I apologize for the jitteriness of my track IR. It's been a while since I've used it, so still trying to get used to that.
Turn right.
Nope. But yeah, like I said, I plan on doing this series as much as possible to do different Steam achievements. Damn, it is. Note to self, don't start any recordings at 9 a.m. in the morning.
Keep left, and then turn left.
Alright.
Turn left.
But yeah, so the episode today sees us going through various parts of the great state of Washington. And hauling some different types of cargo. Like I said, right now we're on our way down to pick up some dynamite, and gonna be hauling that to a quarry. And after that, I believe have a bulldozer or a wheel loader, which would be next in line. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. It definitely takes me a little getting used to playing the game with the track IR again. I've had my track IR for quite some time, but unfortunately I don't know why I didn't hook it up. I did I moved some stuff around on my desk and with my whole setup.
Right.
And while doing that, I unplugged my track IR and basically put it on a shelf somewhere. And well, more or less forgot to plug it back in. But once I started playing some ATS again, I was like, man, I
Get ready to turn left.
need to remember to use my track IR.
Turn left.
Yes, yes, we are turning left. And this is not a spot you want to get caught in while trying to go out with some freight here.
You have arrived at your destination.
That's all I have. Let's see what they have for us here. There we go. That's our Dynamite. I prefer not to roll with the doubles. That's really... Not that I have anything against the doubles, but it seems like since this is made from... Well, made from... It's a custom job. So I used a VTC program to create this job. And it does seem that the game doesn't always take into account that, oh, okay, so you're going with a double here? Yeah, let's try and make you park in the most difficult space ever. Let's see. That's our trailer right there. Take a look behind. Looks like we're close to being lined up here. There we go. I would like to do the whole thing. I've seen a guy like Jeff Favignano do, where go outside, use the outside camera, and then pretend to walk around. I actually really like that. Something I would like to do as well, but I haven't yet figured out how to keybind that to my Stream Deck, so I just press that key and it switches to the camera. But you never know. Hopefully someday that will be a thing here on my channel as well. Alright, well, let's head on out of here. Get going on our delivery here.
Turn right.
Will do. Will do. Alright. Need to yield here. Check. Anybody coming? Nope.
Get ready to turn right.
Alright. We are on our way.
Turn right.
Just need to get out on the highway. That looks like our opening right there. And here we go. We're on our way. Now, in terms of mods and whatnot, I do have a plan on at some point compiling a list of mods that I use. I primarily use mods from the Steam Workshop. I do have a couple of mods in here though that are not from the workshop, which can be found on the SCS forums.
Keep right, and then exit right.
kind of feel like the thing about mods is a lot of times when people list what mods they're using, people tend to have a tendency to say, hey, this mod is not working for me. You need to help me because I see it's working for you. I don't know why it's not working for me. Help me. And I kind of get the premise behind that. And generally, I think that a lot of people that post their mods are like, well, yeah, of course, if I'm capable of it, I'm willing to help. But at the same time, you should have some basic understanding of how mods work, load orders, and et cetera, before even, I mean, there's no one-to-one copy that will guarantee you that the mods that I, for instance, use will necessarily work on your game. I know it's supposed to, but there's always, I mean, you could have extra mods, you could have different settings. There's always going to be like little tidbits which sometimes just causes the mods not to work. Could also be a difference in game versions and et cetera. And that being said, I have not moved over to the 1.4 beta, although I am really looking forward to once 1.4 is released. It really seems like the lighting system is something that I'm really looking forward to. And on that, and speaking of mods, I used to have a graphic mod made by, I'm not sure I'm gonna pronounce his name correctly, but frickin' 64. And he makes some great mods. Oh. Alright, better slow up here. See, that's the thing. Since I'm not... Oh. Yeah. Oh, thanks, buddy. Yeah, that was all on me. Yeah. So that's one of the things about this game where me, living in Europe, and especially the country where I live in, the... once you enter an interstate or a highway like that on an on-ramp, you sort of have the right of passage. So whoever's in the right lane has to move over to make sure that you can enter. And it definitely doesn't do this in this game. So sometimes, as we just saw, I kind of forget that, and it ends up in me basically just driving straight out in front of people. And also on how I have my game set up. I've turned off the fatigue. I know a lot of people might have strong feelings against that. But I've been talking to, I have a couple of buddies who are working in the trucking industry. Some over here in Europe, and I know of a guy in the States, or actually in Canada, so shout out to my main man, Pool. Or Yaminator, as he's called. Go check him out. He has a channel as well. He does a lot of flight sim stuff. But it seems to me that although the game tries its best, it doesn't really fully get the way of how the fatigue, sleeping, driving hours, etc. works. So I prefer to sort of simulate that on my own. So I'll drive until I feel like, okay, I'm at a spot now where this seems like a good place to rest. And then I'd usually either use a console command, depending on where I'm at, or see if I can find a rest stop and just rest there. But I mean, it is what it is. After all, at the end of the day, this is just a game. I know it's a simulation and everything, and I know some people are going for hardcore realism, and I'm a sucker for realism as much as the next guy, but there are just some aspects where it's like, well, it is a game, and especially also since I'm recording this, like, well, do people actually want to watch a video of me sleeping and the guy getting tired and whatnot? I would argue the fact that that's not why people come to watch YouTube videos, and especially not trucking videos, is, oh, can I please watch you sleep, and can I please watch your guy get more and more fatigued? Let's move on over, make some room for people, since I'm not going that fast. So you might be thinking, oh, hey, dude, if you said you're from Europe, why the hell aren't you playing Euro Truck Simulator? And it's not that I don't play it. For whatever reason, it's just American Truck Simulator that kind of does it for me right now. I love Euro Truck Simulator. I've been playing it ever since, well, back when it wasn't even called Euro Truck Simulator. So yeah, you can definitely expect videos on Euro Truck Simulator on this channel as well. But for now, I'm just trying to grind out some achievements on American Truck Simulator. Speaking of that, like I said, this is a custom freight job or haul, and I use a small piece of software called Trucksbook, which is awesome in my opinion. The guys behind it really do a great job on how you can set up your deliveries, and it's I really like it. And most of the people in the Bad Brokers Club who also have either ETS or ATS are using it as well. So we have two dispatchers, if I could pronounce that. Dispatchers, yes. Where I'm the one of them, and the other one is Melee 86. And what we try to do when we dispatch is essentially we kind of look, because initially when we started out, we just dispatched like pretty much with our head up our asses. So sometimes people got sent on these extremely long routes, but at the end of the day, we kind of scaled it back a bit and then started to look at, we actually made a spreadsheet where it's like, oh, okay, so let's see if we can dispatch routes that take people to places they haven't been yet, and maybe even give them the opportunity to earn some Steve achievements. Did I say Steve? Steam achievements. So yeah, that's what we're trying to do. So we've shortened down the hauls a little bit, and have started looking way more at, okay, how can we make this better for our well, virtual truckers, I guess you'd call them. And it seems like with this game, and especially in the Bad Brokers Club, it's one of those games that people will come back to. So sort of had a hiatus for maybe 6 months or so, and now it's starting to pick up again. And I don't know, I personally I kind of feel the same way. I'll play the heck out of this game for a period of time, then sort of grow tired of it, like some of the grindiness in it, and then I'll slowly start to pick it back up. Hey, come on, guys. There's no one. Go. Also, I don't know why the horn on the Cascadia sounds like it's something they ripped off a train. Could be that when I customized the truck, I actually didn't pay any attention to what kind of horns were installed. Alright, but we are on our way. Still got a bit of ways to go. We are going to Wenatchee. I hope that's pronounced like that. Or Wenatchee. And dropping off some dynamites.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right. Get ready to turn right.
Alrighty. You will get ready to turn right.
Turn right.
Alright, nobody from the left-hand side. Let's check we got the trailer with us. Yes. Going a bit wide there, but, you know.
Keep left, and then turn left.
Will do. Will do.
Turn left.
So I was one of the things that I really would like to see improvement on, and I know that I'm not the only one, is the AI traffic. There are numerous things that you can point out about it, but I had an incident yesterday when I was just driving around from point A to point B. So I'm supposed to do a left-hand turn, and the light turns green, and of course I start my motion, and I see all the cars on the other side are actually at a standstill because the light's red for them. But right as I'm sort of in the middle of my left-hand turn here, a fire truck just comes blazing through and smashes into me. Now, it's not that I have a problem with the fire truck like speeding through an intersection at all, but this is just me nitpicking here. What I would think would be super cool would actually be that, oh, okay, so maybe have lights and sirens on it, because then that would make sense. Otherwise, it was just more like, okay, dude, you don't apparently know traffic laws here, so you're just gunning it through the intersection without any regard for anyone else. And like I said, it's just nitpicking, because generally my experience with the AI driving is it's basically just there to give some sort of atmosphere and ambience. And for that part, I actually think SCS has done a pretty good part, or a pretty good job. Not a pretty good part, but a pretty good job. I would like to see some more variety when it comes to the different cars, but again, nitpicking. All right, let's see.
You have arrived at your destination.
Okay, so we're gonna have to back this in there. Should be doable. Should be doable indeed. Well, we've got plenty of room, so I guess it's all up to the driver's skill. Definitely hit something there. Problem is, I can't see what it was. Okay, put on the flashers here. Just gonna do the whole parking brake thing, and just gonna have a look-see on the outside here. See what we're looking at. Yeah, okay. All right. I think we might have hit that, or I might have hit that light pole right there. So, all right. Get back into our little cab view here. Pretty sure this is not how any professional trucker would do this. But hey, always leave room for improvement. Actually, I'm starting to think, yeah, let me do this instead. Longest backup ever. I know there's probably people sitting there right now. Dude, if you're so bad at this, why don't you just hit the enter key and get it over with? You know what? I kind of like this challenge. But this is what I should have been doing all along. Although, I realize now when saying that, that did not go quite as planned. Oh wow, this is horrible. Okay. Made it in the end. It wasn't pretty. It was not pretty at all. It was not pretty at all. But, we got it there. Took some time, but, it's there. It's there now. Alright, well, everyone, this is gonna end it for, this episode of American Truck Simulator. Thank you so much for watching, and if you made it this far, consider leaving a like or even subscribing. This has been Psychics, and once again, thank you for watching.